Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing a very beginner-friendly yoga class which will include pranayama and meditation. The first part of this class we're going to be seated on the floor, so it would be best if you sat on a cushion or some sort of pillow so your hips are above your knees and you can sit straighter more easily. We're going to start with pranayama first, and pranayama are breathing techniques that help the body in many ways, one of which is calming the body down and keeping us healthy. The first technique we're going to be doing is Ujjayi breathing, which is making an ocean sound. So your mouth, lips, and glottis, which is the part between your vocal cords, are closed, but you make a sound using the vocal cords. So I'm going to demonstrate first. It's kind of like making fog with your mouth, like but having your lips closed, so it will sound like this. So you inhale, and when you exhale, you make that sound within your throat. We're going to do a couple rounds of this pranayama before moving to a different technique. Feel free to close your eyes. Okay, we're going to be finishing up on the last round that we're doing and slowly return back to our normal breathing. The next technique we're going to be practicing is Nadi Shodhana, which is breathing alternating between the two nostrils. And this pranayama helps balance the body and helps bring more oxygen into the brain. For this technique, we'll be using our thumb and pinky. We're going to be placing our thumb on our right nostril and breathing in through our left. And then with our pinky, we're going to be holding both our nostrils down and hold that breath inside. So one more time, we're going to place our thumb on our right nostril, breathe in, hold, and then we're going to exhale through the right nostril by letting go of the thumb. And then we're going to breathe in through the right nostril, hold, and exhale through the left. And we're going to be following this pattern for a couple more rounds. that, we're going to finish up our rounds, and on that exhale, we're going to drop our hand to our lap, either placing both palms up on our knees or resting them in between our lap. We're going to start the meditation now. So if you haven't already, close your eyes or gaze down and try to bring your attention and your energy into where you are right now, into the present moment. We're going to take a couple deep breaths to return to our normal breathing rate. And try to calm every part of your body. Try to release all the tension that you might have in your face. Unclench your jaw and unfurrow your brow. And while you meditate, reflect on this affirmation. May I be happy and may I be at peace. Slowly bring your awareness back into where you are right now. And without opening our eyes, we're going to roll our neck clockwise. And then the other direction. Before coming to a stop, we're going to roll our shoulders back, really feeling this stretch, and roll it forward. Opening your eyes, we're going to be coming onto all fours, tabletop pose. Rocking our body back and forth, side to side, and in circles. We're going to inhale and arch our back, tucking our chin. Exhale, we're going to sink our hips and look up. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cow. Inhale and exhale. On this exhale, we're going to tuck our toes, lift our knees, and rise up into downward dog, our first down dog of this practice. We're going to pedal our knees and stretch out our legs. From here, we're going to bring our gaze to the front of our mat, bend our knees, and jump our leg in between our fingers. We're going to stay in this forward bend, or Uttanasana. Feel free to bend your knees as much as you want, and try to hug your chest to your thighs. Grabbing opposite elbows, we're just going to rock back and forth. Inhaling, we're going to rise up with our hands above our head. Exhaling, hands above our chest, twisting to the right, twisting to the left. We're going to inhale, arms above our head again. Exhaling, diving forward back into that forward bend. Maybe even grabbing our calves and pushing our chest closer, but not forcing anything. Inhale, we're going to place our palms on our shins and flatten our back into Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, falling forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat. Exhale, fold. Bending our knees and touching our hands on our mat, we're going to extend our right leg back and then our left leg back into plank pose or Santalanasana. Our body should be a straight line and shoulders should be over the wrists. From here, we're going to drop our knees, chest and chin, and then lower our whole body down. We're going to roll our body up into Bhujangasana, tops of our feet still on the floor. From here, we're going to sink our hips back, sitting on our heels, going into child's pose. Exhaling back into Bhujangasana. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale, Bhujangasana. Inhale, child's pose. Exhale, Bhujangasana. Inhale, child's pose. In Bhujangasana. Tucking our toes, going through tabletop, we're going to rise up into downward dog, pushing our tailbone up to the sky and pushing our heels down onto the mat. Looking at the top of our mat, we're going to bring our right leg forward and our left leg forward. Forward folding, inhaling, we're going to rise up. Exhale, hands in front of our chest. Inhale, hands above the head again. Exhale, falling forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fall forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward. Hands on the mat. We're going to extend the left leg this time, and then the right leg back into plank pose. We're going to drop the knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskara, and lower our full body down. Lifting our chest up into Bhujangasana. We're going to sit back into child's pose. Rising back into Bhujangasana. Exhaling, sinking our hips, sitting on our heels. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, child's pose. We're going to tuck our toes, lifting our tailbone back up to the sky into down dog. Looking at our hands, we're going to bring our left leg forward and right leg forward. Inhaling, rising up, hands above our head. Exhaling, hands in front of our chest. We're going to do a couple rounds of this and go a little faster. Inhale, arms above the head, leaning back, pushing the hips forward. Exhale, forward folding. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the mat. Right leg back, left leg back. Plank pose. This time we're going to try to lower our full body down in one swoop. Chaturanga. And rise up into upward facing dog. Knees and thighs off the ground. Sinking back into downward facing dog. Bringing our gaze to our hands, right leg forward, left leg forward, folding. Inhale up, exhale, hands down. Inhale, hands up, leaning back, diving forward. Inhale, flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back, exhaled, forward bend. Hands on the mat, left leg back, and then right leg back. Lowering down, Chaturanga again, tucking our elbows in, rising up into upward dog, and going into downward facing dog. Looking up, left leg in between our hands, right leg in between our hands. Inhale, rising up, exhale, hands down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands on the mat. Right leg back, left leg back. Chaturanga, upward dog, downward dog. Right leg forward, left leg forward, folding, inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale, hands up, exhale, falling forward. Hands on the mat, left leg back, right leg back. Chaturanga, rising up into upward facing dog. and going into down dog. Looking at our hands, left leg up, right leg up. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, hands on the mat, right leg back, left leg back. Chaturanga and Bhujangasana or upward facing dog and down dog. During this flow, you can choose which moves are most comfortable to you or which moves you want to do. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, hands in front of our chest. Inhale up. Exhale, down. Flat back. Fold. Flat back. Fold. Hands on the mat. Left leg back, right leg back. Chaturanga, up dog, or Bhujangasana, back into downward facing dog. You can pedal your legs in that down dog. Looking up, left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhaling up, exhaling, falling forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, falling forward, hands on the mat, right leg back, left leg back. Ashtanga Namaskara or Chaturanga. Bhujangasana or upward dog. And downward facing dog. In this flow, I'm showing you different variations that you can incorporate. Right leg forward, left leg forward. Inhaling, rising up. Exhaling, hands in front of my chest. Inhale up, exhale down. Flat back, forward fold. Flat back, hands on the mat, left leg back, right leg back. Ashtanga Namaskara or Chaturanga. Inhale, Bhujangasana or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg forward, right leg forward. Inhaling up, hands above the head. Exhaling down, Pranamaskara. Inhale, hands above the head. Exhale, all the way down, hands on the mat. We're going to jump back with both our feet into plank pose. From plank pose, we're going to lift our tailbone back into downward facing dog. Pedal out your legs if you want to. We're going to lift our right leg back, bending the knee and opening up that hip. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, we're going to bring that foot in towards our chest, dropping it in between our hands. And rising up into the lunge. Left heel off the ground, hands above the head, into Anjaneyasana or crescent lunge. We're going to hold this pose for a few breaths. We're going to ground that back leg, moving it up towards the front leg, by keeping it still pointing to the front of the mat, straightening the right leg, hinging from our hips, and falling forward onto our right leg. You can place your hands on your leg or the mat. Bending that right leg, extending that left leg back, heel off the ground, and rising back up into Anjaneyasana. Grounding that left leg, straightening the right, falling forward into Parsvottanasana. One more time, bending the right leg and rising up into Anjaneyasana, and straightening the right leg, falling into Parsvottanasana. Rising up into Anjaneyasana, we're going to shift our weight to the front leg, which is the right leg, and lift our left leg to meet the right at the top of the mat. We're going to place our right hand on our right hip, and with our left fingers, we're going to grab our left big toe and rise up, bringing the leg with us. Finding our balance, we're going to slowly extend that left leg straight out in front of us into Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Making sure that we're not rounding the back, and it's totally fine if we need to bend that knee. You can also use a strap to help you with this pose. Bringing that left leg in and placing it on the right leg, either on the thigh or the calf, but not on the knee. We're going to find our balance again, clasp our hands in front of our chest, and hold Vrikshasana. Dropping that left leg, widening our stance, we're going to sink our hips back as if we're sitting and take chair pose or Utkatasana. Again, holding this pose for a few breaths. Straightening our hands, rising up. We're going to fall forward, hands on the mat. Right leg back, left leg back, and we're going to flow. Either Chaturanga or Ashtanga Namaskara, and rise up into Bhujangasana or upward facing dog, and tuck our toes and rise into downward facing dog. Looking at our hands, bringing the right leg forward, left leg forward, inhaling arms up, exhaling arms down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we're going to fold down, hands on the mat. With our both legs, we're going to jump back into plank pose and lift into downward facing dog. From here, we're going to lift the left leg back, bending the knee and opening up the hip. Inhale, bringing that knee into our chest and dropping that left foot in between our hands and rising up into Anjaneyasana. Right heel off the ground, arms raised above our head. Holding this pose for a couple of breaths. Rounding that right leg and straightening the left leg. We're going to fall forward into Parsvottanasana. Again, don't feel pressured for your hands to touch the mat. You can leave your hands wherever you want on your leg, or even use blocks to help you feel the most comfortable in this pose. Bending that left leg, extending the right back, and rising up into Anjaneyasana. Rounding the right, straightening the left, falling forward into Parsvottanasana. Rising up into Anjaneyasana. Making sure we're breathing, exhaling into Parsvottanasana. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. We're going to shift our weight to our left leg, bringing our right leg to meet it at the top of the mat. Bringing our left hand, placing it on our hips, taking our right fingers, grabbing our right big toe, and lifting the knee while we rise up. Finding our balance, we're going to extend that right leg forward as much as we can go without rounding our back. And again, holding this pose. Bringing the right leg in and placing it on the left thigh or calf. Finding our balance and holding our hands in front of our chest. Lowering that right leg down and widening our stance, we're going to sit back down into Utkatasana and hold this pose. Straightening our legs, we're going to fall forward, hands on the mat, left leg back, right leg back, plank pose. We're going to lower our body down, flowing, using either Chaturanga or Ashtanga Namaskara, rolling up into Up Dog or Bhujangasana, and sending it back into Downward Facing Dog. From there, we're going to drop the knees, sink our hips, sitting on our heels, and sit into Child's Pose. You can bring your hands behind your back, touching your toes to stretch a little bit more. Rising up and shifting to one side so we could bring our legs out in front of us. We're going to shift them out a little bit, making sure we're sitting on our sitting bones so our back is straight. We're going to extend the legs and hinge from our hips forward, reaching as much as we can without forcing ourselves to touch the toes. The hands can either be on the sides or at any part of your leg. Inhaling, you can straighten your back, and as you exhale, you can push yourself a little bit deeper. Rising up, we're going to bend our right leg, hugging it into our chest, and placing it on the outside of our left leg. We're going to take our left elbow and place it the other side of our right knee, placing our right hand behind our back, and twisting to the side, gazing back. And releasing, straightening the leg back. We're going to bend our left leg, hugging it in towards the chest, and placing it on the outside of the right leg. We're going to take our right elbow and place it on the outside of our left leg. Taking our left hand, placing it behind our back, and twist to the left side, gazing back. Releasing the pose and straightening our legs back out. We're going to bend the knees and place the soles of our feet together into Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose, fluttering our legs and then hinging forward from our hips. Again, at each inhale, you can straighten your back, and At each exhale, you can push yourself a little bit deeper. Rising up, we're going to straighten our legs out in front of us and lie down on our back for our final resting pose, or Shavasana. Here, try to relax every part of your body and completely calm yourself. And take these few minutes to reflect and to spend time with yourself. We're going to bend our knees and push them into our chest, holding them, and rock side to side. Dropping the knees to one side into a fetal position. We're going to use our hands to prop ourselves up and sit into a seated position. We're going to clasp our hands in front of our chest and say Namaste. Thank you for joining my class.